And you can get super fans and build a real career in music with 3 base steps. Now, I'll break all those down here in a second, but first I want to address why exactly I call super fans Lauras. See, I actually know a female named Laura, and Laura is one of those extreme super fans who, if you're friends or family with her and you're not a fellow super fan of her favorite artist, who happens to be an artist named Easy Mill, then you would actually get really annoyed by her always talking about him and always playing his music and wanting you to check out his music. And if you've never heard of Easy Mill, or maybe you have heard of him and you took the time to listen and you didn't like his music, either one of those things, you would get extremely annoyed by Laura always talking about him and wanting you to listen to his music and everything. But if you are a fan of his music, or you're a fellow Laura, as I call it, then you would be able to geek out with Laura all day, every day about Easy Mill and just never, ever get tired of it. And from Easy Mill's perspective, he wants more Lauras. As an independent artist, you should want your own Lauras as well, like a whole army of them within your fan base. And here's some examples of what it means to be a Laura. So Laura, again, is constantly listening to Easy Mill's music. Okay. She's following everything he does. She knows the whole history on how he got started, his family dynamic. She also knows a lot of the intricacies of his music and can break down all the aspects of them and what they actually mean. So as an example, if you don't know Easy Mill, let me just give you a little bit briefing on him, okay? So he's a Filipino artist who's mainly known for his hip hop music, but he can also sing as well too. And when he makes his music, he's mostly speaking English, but he also speaks, his native Filipino language of Tagalog. And he actually has one of his biggest songs that's 100% in Tagalog. And see, the thing is, though, is that Laura, being a Laura, has turned on the captions, not just once, repeatedly, and knows exactly what he's saying in that song, even though she can't speak the language. But I'm sure she's trying to learn how to speak Tagalog so that she can actually sing along with that song even better. I mean, she probably already has it memorized, but there's intricacies of knowing another language that I'm sure she's working on. I guarantee it. Okay. And, Laura knows so much about him that whenever you have any questions about Easy Mill, like I did on a live stream a week ago, whenever she was showing us one of his songs, right, on the live stream, I asked a question and she just answered it immediately. Okay. She can answer almost any question immediately. She's like her own Google, just internally on her brain, but the Google is only good for Easy Mill information. Now, I'm not saying she doesn't know a lot of other stuff, but I'm being serious though. She is an avid super fan of Easy Mill. Okay. She can tell you what 2200 means in that really famous song that he has. She knows like the whole backstory of everything. She's so invested in Easy Mill that she actually just recently bought one of his merch packs that came with an album, a t-shirt, and some signed stickers. And she was so geeked out by that she was talking to some of the other Lauras in an Easy Mill fan group that she's a part of. She was talking with them, and some of them got that same shirt or that same album package, but they didn't get the signed stickers, but she did. And so they were discussing like why that happened. And I guarantee you that at least one, if not multiple, of the other Lauras in that Easy Mill fan group immediately went out and tried to figure out what she needed to buy, or he needed to buy in order to get those signed stickers as well, because she didn't want to be left out and have another Laura have more Easy Mill merch than what she has, and more unique merch on top of that than what she has. And it's not necessarily with everyone about a competition. Some people it is, right? But it's not always about a competition to see who's the bigger Laura in Easy Mill's fan base, right? It's about Laura feeling that she is satisfactorily supporting and representing Easy Mill. And, again, like I said, a Laura could be a guy as well too, okay? But I just happen to know a Laura, and she's a super fan, and it really got me thinking about super fans, okay? And I'm not going to go too much further into what makes Laura a Laura, like specifically, or even talking more about the artist Easy Mill. But I wanted to use that as an example as to what every single one of you independent artists should be trying to create around your music, okay? You should be trying to create a whole army of Lauras. So let me go ahead and break down the 3 steps in more detail that you can do in order to actually build a music career in 2025 and beyond, and how to get an army of Lauras following your music. Okay, so here's the 3 base steps to gaining a real fan base. Step 1.
Proud of me because my revolutionary faculties got me switching up the game and changing minds. Get them out the system, I'll be saving lives.